The demonstrators who line the streets outside the federal courthouse in Tampa hope that once the crowd thinned out and the rally was over, that their message would last much longer. This is the 11th annual Gay Pride celebration. The organization called for a huge turnout today, and we definitely got it. Just moments ago, the Publix Greenwise supermarket down here on South Howard Boulevard was evacuated due to a car explosion on the 3rd floor of the parking garage. Now, there is no word yet on what caused the explosion, but the Tampa Fire Department is here trying to contain the blaze and keeping things under control. This Sunday morning, the city of Tampa is saying enough is enough. Mayor Buckhorn is here launching an inner-city code enforcement sweep. These next 30 days, they will be walking block to block, looking for the worst of the worst, and cleaning things up. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. I'm about to take you for the ride of your life. I'm here at Tampa Bay Jaguar, checking out the newly designed F-Type and seeing firsthand what all the hype is about. The interior is designed solely for the driver. It's called a Plus One. Let's see if this new Jag has what it takes to battle out the glory days of the 1964 runner. The last couple of weeks, the weather here in Tampa Bay hasn't let up. With 30-mile-an-hour winds and 60% rain chances every day, this is great news for some. It's not all calm waters for this real-life mermaid. Her name is Jenna Conti, also known as Eden Serene, the fish hawk mermaid. She just wants to do what she loves and make people smile. But her full silicone-like tail is causing a big splash here at Fish Hawk Pools. The demonstrators who line the streets outside the federal courthouse in Tampa hope that once the crowd thinned out and the rally was over, that their message would last much longer.
And let's keep up the good fight peacefully.
That battle cry echoed throughout downtown Tampa.
That could have been my brother. That could have been my child out there.
That same feeling made Sean Lucas bring his 5 small children with him as he joined one of the many Justice for Trayvon rallies across the country.
And I would hope that I live in a world where it maybe doesn't happen to my son.
The demonstrations were planned as a way to pressure the government to file civil rights charges against Zimmerman after the jury found him not guilty last week.
I marched in the 60s, and I think this is the same civil rights movement.
But for many, the rally cry Saturday turned to another issue, the state's Stand Your Ground law, which says people have no responsibility to try to turn away if they feel their life is threatened.
We got to get the Stand Your Ground law changed because it could be 100 more Trayvon Martins, and we don't want that to happen.
But even as the crowd grew into hundreds, one man showed up to voice a different opinion. But you won't see his sign among the dozens held high.
The sign says, Jesus forgives George.
Kenneth Letson left that sign in his car, but still wanted his voice heard.
There was a fair trial. A jury had a verdict, and they have to honor the verdict.
But the folks here say that's not their point. It's that now is the time for discussion, and perhaps even a change.
If anything good comes out of this, it's that it forces us to examine the things that we don't need to be changed or unwilling to talk about. And this gives us that opportunity to do that.
In Tampa, Kristin Girl, Fox 13. St. Petersburg is the place to be today. This is the 11th annual Gay Pride celebration, and after this week's groundbreaking rules on gay marriage from the Supreme Court, you can bet there's a lot more to celebrate.
This is for us to show that we are equal. We're human beings. We cry salty tears. We bleed red blood.
This festivity is about bringing together bright colors to community and acceptance as the grand finale to a month-long celebration of diversity. Stacey Souchier tears up as she talks about the strides forward gay approval is taking. She is here with her partner, Sherry Vaughn, of 8 years, enjoying this day of happiness.
We're being loud and proud today.
This is the 11th annual Gay Pride celebration. The organization called for a huge turnout today, and we definitely got it.
It was huge for the parade this morning. Despite the rain, we were pleasantly surprised that as many people still came out today as they did.
This is the largest Pride celebration happening in the Southeast. The sense of achievement today is definitely running high on the streets of St. Pete.
Liberty, justice, and equality for all, because that's really what happened this year, and that's what people are coming out to celebrate this year. It's just equality and everyone's equal now.
In St. Petersburg, Kristin Girl for Fox 13.
We can do all things, and we just have to find a way to do them.
Never say never. After Troy Conquest was told he'd never walk again, he is here at the National Veterans Wheelchair Games showing that he can, and said that this one is for his father.
And I'm here in his honor he passed away yesterday. And the last thing he said is he wanted me to come to the game, so I'm here for him and my team, and I'm going to do the best I can.
Spinal cord injuries, amputations, and other neurological disorders. Nothing can stop these military veterans from competing in the sports they love.
And when I found out about the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, changed my whole life.
Saturday, more than 650 athletes showed their enthusiasm at the Tampa Bay Times Forum. This is actually the largest annual wheelchair sports event in the world.
They train to be athletic, and they continue to be athletic through these games.
It's a competition of 18 different events. Everyone has something to gain. The best benefit, no matter who wins, will be their health.
You know, I learned a lot from these guys, and guys come in newer injuries, and they learn a lot from me, and it just passes on. It's a good thing.
Now I'm in my element with my teammates and my friends, and we'll do it right.
In an adaptive basketball game, wheelchair athletes competed against a celebrity team. Mayor Buckhorn and other city officials were amongst the few.
It's an opportunity for us to say thank you to the men and women who have served, some of who came back with catastrophic injuries, some of whose lives will never be the same, but they never quit, and we're not quitting on them. So we just want to say thank you to all of them.
In Tampa, Kristin Girl, Fox 13 News.
How about that?
They're all exotic animals. Boa constrictors, pythons, even pygmy possums, to name a few. And most don't come from around here.
This one is a veiled chameleon from Madagascar.
A few are aggressive now, victims of years of neglect. But we're told so many are calm and are simply victims of being misunderstood.
Come on, Oliver. Come on. Come on. Okay.
All of these animals are looking for new homes. Their previous owners decided to give them up at St. Pete's Pet Amnesty Day.
At first it didn't seem like it was going to be hard, but now it is, just knowing I'm going to be in my house and walk in there and, not see her anymore. And
Crystal Quinn fought back tears as she handed over 2 iguanas.
I wanted to bring him here because I know that he'd have a good home, and I know that he probably really wouldn't be happy outside.
This is a very healthy, beautiful one.
Microbiologist Craig Hebert says releasing these kinds of animals would be the wrong idea.
It's bad for the animal, certainly not being able to find the right food sources, and it's bad for the ecosystem as far as South Florida is experiencing so many problems right now with released exotic reptiles.
For one former owner wants to hear that her old pets find the care they deserve.
It is hard, but I know that, they're going to be in a better place. Just like when you let a loved one go to heaven, they're going to be in a better place. So she's going to be in her own little heaven.
In St. Pete, Kristin Girl, Fox 13 News.